This is ASMR to the G2, and welcome back to our channel. Before we begin, I'm sure you can hear the background noise. It is currently June the 4th, and where I live, it is 31 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but let me quickly check. Let me see. In Fahrenheit, it's 87.8 degrees. So super hot. So what you're hearing in the background is a fan. I haven't installed my window AC just yet because this is the first hot day we've had here. It's been raining for the last 3 weeks. It's going to be raining tomorrow and Friday, so I'm not sure that I will be setting up my AC just yet. So for the time being, I do have a fan, and I don't want to close it because with my asthma and the humidity in here, I can't. So if it bothers you guys, it's too much background noise, I apologize. Please remember that I try not to record in the summertime because of the AC. It's even louder than this fan. So if it really does bother you guys, you might not hear from me for a little while. I do have some pre-recorded videos, so I will use those for as long as I could. But if you guys really don't like the background noise, there's not much I can do. I won't be able to record until after the summer's over. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to lose you guys. I want to keep recording for you. For today's video, I found this old book that I had. It's an illustrated dream dictionary, and I thought it would be interesting if we took a look at it together. I'm going to be reading the introduction. It's a pretty long introduction. But it'll give us an understanding of the book. So, introduction. Dreaming is one of our most intimate experiences. Every dream, every night is unique. Our dream world, however confusing, frightening, wonderful, or saucily sexy, reveals all our secrets. Every human emotion and experience can be reflected in our dreams. They mirror our deepest desires, hopes, fears, and fantasies. Our hidden self, the one we try to keep from the outside world, emerges from our subconscious. We see ourselves in the raw, sometimes quite literally. Just gonna turn down the gain a little bit. It's this complete exposure that makes our dreams so important. Interpreting dreams can help us understand ourselves and help us solve problems. A dream can warn of potential danger. Things that trouble us frequently crystallized in a dream. Some dreams even predict the future. Dreams have always fascinated man. Ancient priests consulted oracles and shrines for guidance to make sense of dreams. Our ancestors believed that dreams were messages from the gods, and interpreters of dreams were visited much as doctors are today. Times may have changed, but the fascination of dreams remains. Many famous people have put forward theories of dream interpretation. Sigmund Freud thought that much of what we dream is in some way sexual. Carl Jung recognized that man has other deep desires to drive him. In his fascinating book, An Experiment with Time, Professor Professor Dune put forward the idea that all time is like a river and can be navigated backwards or forwards in the vessel of dreams. Sleep is the road to dreamland. On average, we sleep a third of each day. By the time we're 75, we have slept for 25 years and dreamt for 10. That's a lot of dreaming. Recent studies show that dreams take place in a real life time span. Simple things like shopping or eating take just as long in a dream as they do in reality. In more complicated dreams, however, you simply see the edited highlights. Studies also show that it's possible to dream with your eyes open when the brain becomes overloaded with toxins created by fatigue. In extreme exhaustion, when someone succumbs to the need for sleep, the dream can be cut short by a built-in desire to survive. For example, if he started dreaming at the wheel. The ideal position for a good night's sleep is on the right-hand side. The bed should be oriented north to south so the body can make maximum use of the lines of magnetism running from the poles. Run your hands in cold water before retiring to get rid of surplus static. If you find it hard to sleep, breathe very deeply in through your nose and out your mouth. This is a very helpful technique for becoming calm. When we fall asleep each night, a complex series of changes in our consciousness occurs. Deepest sleep comes upon us almost immediately, followed by a shorter period of lighter sleep in which our eyeballs dart about beneath closed lids. This period of rapid eye movement, or REM, is when we dream. It happens about 5 times in an 8-hour period. We usually wake up after the last one, and naturally these are the dreams we remember best. There is some evidence that women dream for longer periods than men. Perhaps they simply enjoy their dreams more. Any kind of drug diminishes the amount of dream time, so if you're ill or taking medication, you're less likely to dream. Less likely to dream. Dreams that you have while ill can be discounted as you're reacting to the illness rather than normal events. Some people claim they never dream simply because they don't remember their dreams well. Clinical tests prove that when so-called non-vivid accounts of the images they have just seen. Oh no, I skipped the line, sorry, I'll go back. Clinical tests prove that when so-called non-dreamers are woken during REM sleep, they give vivid accounts of the images they have just seen, which are like real-life events in color. Many people claim they can't remember dreams on waking because dreams are expressions of our true selves, including desires we can't admit even to ourselves, let alone others. Dreaming is the only way we have to express them when we find it hard to accept. The messages in a dream, we censor them. Dreams are heavily loaded with emotions, and that can distort our memory. To help remember your dreams, try keeping a dream diary. On waking, don't get out of bed or even change position. Keep a notepad and pen or a tape recorder by the bed and record everything you can remember. Recalling what you were preoccupied with before going to sleep can provide vital clues in interpretation. Recapturing the mood of the dream, was it happy or gloomy, will also help you work things out. If you still can't remember, but an event later in the day triggers your memory, write it down. It could help you to work out the meaning of the dream. Train yourself to do this regularly, and gradually memories of your dreams should follow. The practice is a proven creative source. Great writers and artists often record their dreams and are inspired by them. In dreamland, many wonderful things happen. Some dreams, however, are simply scary. A particularly frightening dream is called a nightmare. Severe anxiety dreams, where you wake up in a cold sweat feeling very afraid, occur because what is happening in a dream is too overwhelming to be contained while asleep. True nightmares occur in the non-dream phase of sleep and have little remembered content. I vividly remember a nightmare of my own from which I woke in a terrible state. In my dream, I was walking around carrying my own dead body in a big wicker basket. A few weeks later, I landed a major job. What I had really seen in my dream was the casting off of my old self, getting ready to go on to new things. Death isn't always bad in a dream. For me, it meant new beginnings, the end of an era. With the help of this book, you will see that even the scariest dreams aren't necessarily bad omens. Sex plays a major part in our dream world because, like hunger and ambition, it's a powerful driving force in our everyday lives, where, while we're awake, sex is ruled by social conventions, but in our dreams, even I lost my place. Even the most timid can have explicit and excitingly sexy dreams. That's why very proper people often use filthy language when waking from an anesthetic. Sex is a significant bodily need, and any unusual or enforced period without it may result in a sexual dream. Okay, so there's a lot of explanations here. I just want to skim through it. Sometimes a dream recurs time and time again. These important dreams show us the weak and strong parts of our personality. The recurring dream deals with some aspect of life that hasn't been sorted out or laid to rest, or a problem that hasn't been solved. These dreams often reflect a loss, perhaps a relationship, or of some form of pleasure. I'm gonna skim through. Dead people sometimes appear in our dreams. Important relationships don't end when somebody dies. Something about the dead person may be relevant to a current situation or a problem you're wrestling with. The same applies to famous people in dreams. Although we have never met them, a part of their personality may have touched us personally, and we express this affinity in a dream. They talk about symbolism in dreams. Okay, so there's a lot of explanations, but I want to actually jump in. So when I was younger, I used to have a recurring nightmare, and I must have been like, I want to say in grade 1 or grade 2, so that's what, 6 or 7 years old, maybe 8, where my dad would turn into a werewolf, and it was very scary. So let me see if there's a werewolf in here anywhere, and we can read what that means. I thought this was in alphabetical order. River, roof, S. We want to go to the W's. Sunday, T. U. Okay, I'm in the there's no werewolf in here. Well, there goes that. I thought for sure it would be in here. I'll just go to a random page. Okay, what does it mean if you see an octopus in your dream? So it says, see also fish or fishing. What a spirit of adventure you have. But see one killed, and it's a sign you are taking a very moral stand over something. If an octopus attacks, trouble is in store. Let's check another very popular one, is teeth. If you see your teeth in your dreams, or if your teeth are falling out. Let's see, I think that's an important one. I know that this book might not have the same meaning, but I have a dream book in Greek that is very spot on. And in the Greek translation, the dream translation book, if you see your teeth falling out, especially if there's blood, that means death. So let's see what it means in this book. Teeth. Uh-oh. Not a good omen. Toothache suggests you are not happy about a certain situation. Lose a tooth and you're afraid of losing a loved one. Lose all of them and you're full of anxieties about the future. Having a filling predicts pleasures. An extraction shows you are suffering at present. False teeth forecast unhappiness in love and a major crisis on the way. Bad or broken teeth show that a relationship that is important to you is breaking down. Wow, okay. I also have a lot of dreams where I'm swimming. So since it's on the same page, let's take a look. If you are naked, this is a lucky omen. In a suit, and you will soon be blushing socially. Teach someone to swim, and money luck is coming. Swim towards the shore, and you will have to work hard to get what you want. Things are bound to go well at work if you see a swimming pool, but if it is empty, don't make snap judgments of people you have only just met. You could be unfair to them. Another popular one is flying or falling. So let's take a look at that. Let's see. Flying. Okay, here it is. See also airplane. As with falling, this is a very common dream indeed. Its interpretation is largely sexual. Flying is a kind of boast about sexual powers. Dreaming of flying tends to indicate that you're unhappy and not in control of your life. Wow, okay. Your ambitions are not being fully realized. Self-esteem is low, and dreaming of flying is often making up for lack of sexual experience. Well, I don't know if I believe that. Okay. Let's do one more. Let's look at falling, because it was another one. Oh, falling has a lot. Dreaming of falling is very common. It is a symbol of fear in real life, perhaps of failing at work or in your love life. Falling often expresses a need to let yourself go more and enjoy life more. Dreaming of falling can often stem from isolation. However successful you are, you can still feel isolated, and this dream is common among professional men and women. Falling in the dream is an unfulfilled need for support and affection. It's a dream that often occurs when the dreamer is feeling misunderstood or not accepted in a situation. Free fall with a parachute and your love life will run smoothly, but if it fails, someone you were relying on is about to let you down. I also often see my parents. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in the past, but both my parents have passed. And there's times when I dream of them almost daily, especially my mom. See your own mother, and it's a sign you and your mate are going through a rough patch, but it won't last as long as you talk it through and don't allow things to fester. See your mother crying, and it suggests you're over anxious, but what if the person's passed? Let's see. What would I look under dead? I don't know. Let's see, death or dead. Death is rarely a bad omen. I'm reading over here. Dreaming of being dead means the end of your worries and the start of a new era in your life. Speak to someone who is dead and you will soon get some good news. Someone else's death can mean a birth or a small warning for you to slow down as you're taking on too much. The death of an absent friend predicts a wedding. Be aware of bereavement, and news of a birth, engagement, or wedding is on the way. Happiness is in the cards if you see a dead person afloat. Okay. Another one is being pregnant or pregnancy. Let's see if we can find something on that. My cat is crying outside my door, so I apologize if you hear her. I don't see pregnancy here, or pregnant. It must be under something else. Anyhow, so I have this book, and if any of you guys want me to search some of the dreams or some of the things you've seen in your dreams, please put them down below in the comments, and I will do my best to help all of you guys. I have another dream book, so maybe we can look at both of them. So thank you all for joining me today and spending some time with me again. I will see you